The Washington metropolitan area is known for its iconic memorials, museums, and monuments that reside at the heart of the District of Columbia. The National Mall and memorial parks are a hotspot for tourists and attract over an estimated 30 million tourists each year. One of the most iconic of these tourist attractions is the Vietnam Veterans Memorial that averages around 5 million visits per year. The memorial serves to commemorate the valiant men and women who gave their lives to serve in the Vietnam War. As the founders of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund puts it, the memorial is dedicated to honor the courage, sacrifice, and devotion to duty and country of all who answered the call to serve during one of the most divisive wars in U.S. history.
The memorial was designed in 1981 by 20-year-old Yale student and designer Maya Lin, whose blueprints were selected by the Vietnam Veteran War Memorial Fund from more than 1,400 people competing to have their design selected for the monument. The memorial was completed on November 13, 1982, and dedicated in a 5-day-long procession that was led by President Reagan. At first, the memorial was criticized by many for its lack of bold or heroic features that are seen on many other memorials in D.C. Despite its seemingly mundane appearance and the many outspoken detractors of the monument, public opinion on the monument made a switch and grew increasingly positive. People came from all across the country to pay their respects to those who served, many searching for the names of loved ones or friends inscribed on the wall. Later additions to the monument were made, such as the Three Soldiers statue, which was added in 1984 as a way to honor the war in a more traditional way, and the Vietnam Women's Memorial, which was added in 1993 to honor women who fought and died in Vietnam. Soon, the Vietnam War Veterans Memorial became the most visited monument on the National Mall with an average of 5 million visitors per year.
The main attraction of the monument, the 493-foot-long wall listing the names of over 50,000 dead or missing in action soldiers, is designed to cut into the earth, almost like a trench, to symbolize not only the brutality of the war, but also the hostility between the growing divide of people who were for and against the war. It's a statement that it would take a very long time to heal from the damage of the war. Upon walking through the memorial, there is a dramatic shift in mood near the names of the soldiers. It becomes very serene and quiet. It allows the people a chance to break from the hustle and bustle of the National Mall and really remember their loved ones.
The architect Maya Lin designed the walls of the memorial at an angle in a way that resembles open hands. Open hands were meant as a way to signify the healing of wounds, as they are used for embracing and comforting people. From an aerial point of view, the memorial looks like a closing wound, emphasizing the recovering after a tragic event.
One of the primary rhetorical strategies present in the monument is the use of the surrounding environment to conceal it from people who don't already know that the Vietnam Veterans Memorial is there. Unlike with other wars in American history, such as World War II, Americans and America in general isn't really proud to have fought in Vietnam War. It's one of the first wars that we actually lost. It's a war that many want to forget, and that is reflected in the concealed nature of the monument. It's not as though memorial is designed to be forgotten. In fact, the Vietnam Veterans Memorial draws in more visits than any other monument on the National Mall. It's just that the memorial was made to remember those who served, not to glorify the war. That's the reason it's called the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, as opposed to the Vietnam War Memorial. The monument uses pathos by creating a quiet and serene place for people to remember their lost loved ones. The monument uses logos, as much of the social commentary present in the monument is the idea that the war was brutal and damaging for everyone involved, and that's clear from the sheer number of names on the wall. Now, ethos within the monument is scarce, as the creator of the monument didn't want to distract from the message by adding things with her credibility in it. However, it's also true that there was a lot of controversy around this because she didn't have much ethos. She was just a Yale student and an architectural design student. She didn't have professional experience. So there was a lot of backlash on the idea that if she could properly create a memorial to the Vietnam veterans. However, the monument speaks for itself because it gets more than 5 million tourists a year and is the most visited monument on the National Mall.
When the monument was first opened, the backlash was inevitable. Many believed that the simplistic nature of the memorial was dishonorable to the veterans, especially when compared to other memorials and monuments that at that time seemed much more grander. On the other hand, many didn't want a memorial at all. Despite this, the memorial ultimately served its purpose, since as time wore on, just like a wound, it was able to serve as a place to heal. Our interviewee speaks on its modern significance.
Yep, we're good.
So just to start, if you mind me asking, what's your connection to this memorial?
I was in that war.
Oh. So I'm assuming like you have friends whose names are on this wall.
There was a couple that I found.
And you visit them today?
And that's why we're here. We're here with Police Activity Week. From all of the policemen that have died over the year. And we have a grandson that he died last September. He was a policeman.
Sorry to hear that.
And that's what we're doing out here.
What years were you in there?
I was in there from 1962 till late 1965.
And why do you think this memorial has stayed relevant over the years to this day?
Well, I'll tell you, if you're like me, it makes me cry. And that's why I think people come to find the name of a loved one that they lost.